The IMPART Committee of State Finance Ministers submitted its report on GST to Centre. It has recommended that states be paid compensation for 5 years. A meeting of the IMPART Committee of State Finance Ministers convened by Finance Minister Arun Jaitley also agreed to include in the Constitutional Amendment Bill the mechanism of compensating states for any loss of revenue in first 5 years of GST, subsuming all indirect tax levies including VAT. In Lok Sabha, Child Labour Prohibition and Regulation Amendment Bill 2016 was passed. The government hailed the legislation as historic and a milestone. The bill prohibits employment of children below 14 years in all occupations, including workshops, shops, malls, etc., except in non-hazardous family business. Nation remembers former President and Missile Man of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, on his first death anniversary. Known as the People's President, Dr. Kalam had collapsed on stage while addressing students in Shillong last year. Union Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar will lay the foundation stone for a memorial in honour of former President APJ Abdul Kalam at Rameshwaram in Tamil Nadu. Curfew was lifted from most parts of Kashmir except South Kashmir. In some parts of the valley, restrictions on assembly of 4 or more people continue to maintain law and order. Postpaid mobile phone of all cellular phones have resumed services. To help resolve concerns raised by some RSS affiliates on key economic issues, the government on Tuesday reached out to them at a meeting where some top ministers, BJP and senior RSS leaders were also present. Concerns related to key economic issues like FDI in retail and defence raised by RSS affiliates were discussed in the meeting. After 16 years of hunger strike demanding repeal of Armed Forces Special Powers Act, IROM SHARMILA has decided to end her fast on 9th August. SHARMILA said she would join politics. Appreciating activist IROM Sharmila's decision to end her 16-year-long fast and contest elections in Manipur, Minister of State for Development of Northeastern Region Jitendra Singh on Tuesday hoped that her decision will inspire J&K's so-called separatist leaders to contest an election too. In a major relief for lakhs of central government employees, government issued the implementation notification of the 7th Pay Commission. The government has accepted the recommendations to increase minimum pay from existing Rs 7,000 to Rs 18,000 per month, and a fitment factor of 2.57 would apply for pay revisions of all employees. The flood situation in Assam deteriorated, with number of people affected went up to 12.5 lakhs in 18 districts across the state. More than 88,000 have been moved to 220 relief camps. Besides, teams of National Disaster Response Force and State Disaster Response Force Army has been deployed in several districts for rescue work. Hillary Clinton made history by clinching the Democratic White House nomination, becoming the first woman to lead a major party in the US presidential race. Clinton secured a nomination at the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia after a majority of the 4,764 party delegates formally backed her. In France, knife-wielding attackers interrupted a French church service, forced the priest to his knees and slit his throat on Tuesday. 3 other worshippers were held hostage until the assailants were killed. One of them was badly wounded during the attack. France's anti-terrorism prosecutor, François Molin, identified one of the attackers as 19-year-old Adel Kermish. In Somalia, suicide bombers killed at least 13 people at the gates of the African Union's main peacekeeping base in the Somali capital, Mogadishu, on Tuesday, in an attack claimed by the Islamic militants of Al-Shabaab. Police said the first attacker detonated a car bomb and the second tried to storm the base on foot but was shot and exploded at the gate. The Wrestling Federation of India on Tuesday has announced Praveen Rana as the replacement of Narsingh Yadav at the Rio Olympics in the 74 kg freestyle category. Narsingh, who was previously selected to represent India, had failed to test. Swiss tennis star Roger Federer will miss the 2016 Rio Olympics and the rest of the season to recover from earlier knee injury. The 17-time Grand Slam champion said he needs more extensive rehabilitation if he wants to prolong his career.